Innocent Oja Idibia aka Two-Face, Chibuzo Orji aka Faze, and Amadu Augustine Obiabo aka Blackface were the names of the biggest hip-hop and R&B musical group of the Nigerian music industry in the late 90s and the early 2000s. Despite accumulating so much accolades and fame together, it only took a couple of years before the untimely separation, which shocked the musical scene and the continent of Africa. So what could have caused this once famous group to break up despite all high hopes together? Welcome to my channel, The Unknown, where I talk about trends and stuff I'm interested in. Do well to subscribe and like and comment. As earlier mentioned, the Plantashun Boiz was a group initially founded by Two-Face and Blackface while still in college at the Institute of Management and Technology, IMT Enugu, in the eastern part of Nigeria. Two-Face and Blackface attended St. Gabriel Secondary School, Makurdi, Benue State, which reflected in their sound. As both Two-Face and Blackface hailed from Benue State. As fate will have it, they both attended the same college, where they kick-started their musical career together as a two-man group. It wasn't until they moved to Lagos State to push their musical career before they met the final member of the group, Faze. Chibuzo Orji, better known as Faze, originally from Delta State, but was born and brought up in Lagos State. And that was why he was easily incorporated into the Plantashun Boiz musical group when they moved to Lagos State. He had a deep background in music, as all of his 9 siblings possessed good singing ability. He had earlier won the 1994 DBN karaoke contest, and that was the first attempt to gain publicity. Before joining up with the group, he performed as a rap musician with the stage name Lyrical Urge. Similar to Faze, Blackface was born in Lagos State. Blackface, the self-acclaimed leader of the Plantashun Boiz, fell in love with Faze's vocals and immediately saw him as the missing piece for the group, even though Two-Face wasn't really a big fan of his initially. In the short lifespan of the Plantashun Boiz, rocking the music industry and taking it by storm as the most influential musical group, it birthed 2 albums, Body and Soul and Plan B. The first studio album, Body and Soul, was released in the year 2000, causing a lot of buzz within and outside the continent, fostering major collaborations between the group and well-established musicians and corporations. They had a short split, but reconnected for their second studio album, Plan B, which was released in the year 2008. After the second album came the final split of the group. Both albums released did numbers, selling millions of copies and attracting major attention. This might have been the cause which plagued the group's growth in the long run. Money and fame are some of the most sought-after attributes of anyone, but can still be the major cause of their demise. Though the major reason for the sensational group split has not truly been revealed by both Two-Face and Faze. Blackface, on the other hand, has been the most vocal member of the group, the self-acclaimed leader of the Plantashun Boiz. Blackface has in many occasions in different media interviews revealed that Two-Face, his childhood friend, who he liberated from being a normal street boy with the talent of singing to a sensational musical superstar, was the first to leave the group and go solo under a major music label, Kenny's Music. As he revealed some history of Two-Face's background in the Honest Bunch podcasts, in the year 2023.
Plantashun Boiz, we all know, it started from my father's house, my father's backyard, Tukbo in Benue State. So after creating the name, I was in IMT in Enugu. Faze was just, before I went to Enugu, we had already tried to do some tours, went to Abuja, Kaduna, went to some places to try to do some performances for people to know that, yes, we got style. And then we tried until we came back home, and then I went to Enugu and I said, let me finish my school first. And then from there, I would think about continuing my music. And so when I went to IMT, Faze came to meet me in IMT. And his problem is that the music is still in his head. He doesn't know how to go about it. And I am that guy. I am that guy to streetline any type of thing that you have problem with. If it's music especially, I am that guy.
And also in the Pulse Ninja 2018 interview, he also threw out some huge claims of how he composed virtually most of their hit tracks from You and I and all the others that were used by the group in both their album released. He also even claimed to have written one of the greatest songs of our generation, which was released by Faze, African Queen, in the year 2004, which were denied by Faze, as he claimed the songs were his.
Yeah, oneness. Right now, me and Faze still very cool. Although me and Black, we get some small 1 or 2 differences, but not just professional differences. It don't get anything to do with personal feelings, So.
I mean, Black himself don't come out with a very big hit. African person, and he be composer and be writer. Me, I know they there. Now you did, now you're not there. If you just clear the air for this.
That one a big fat line. I don't talk right from time. I don't talk since day one. I never ever hide any facts since I start. You understand what I'm saying? So for Black to come and say na him, only him. You get as it be. He just be saying he just want rubbish. He just want to dirty my name. You understand what they talk? So there's no single truth in that talk.
So some that matter now, how the level don't go so far? Because
we don't, as they talk, we don't go court now. We don't go court. So we'll go sort ourselves out. So that will not be matter of a public debate again. We'll go sort ourselves out for that side.
He has had other weirder claims of how Faze tried to take his life using diabolical means, and the list goes on. You must understand that Blackface is a very controversial artist, probably one of the most controversial artists in Nigeria.
How is it that Burna Boy, Wizkid, Davido, all of them, the only Blackface song then they see copy? I see that. I mean, there's plenty other people when they say they during the time we Plantashun Boiz, there is that Paul Ike Dairo, there's Marvelous Benji, there's pretty much all the artists waiting for First Act Town and the whole artists when they say for there's a Conga. Why
me?
Why you feel say now you?
Why always me?
From claims that artists like Wizkid, Burna Boy, Davido, and even Olamide were guilty of copying his sounds in different of their hit tracks. An example was Oju Elegba by Wizkid. He also claimed to be blackballed and cancelled by the so-called gatekeepers of the music industry. His claims are very wild, but looking at it from a logical perspective, they were, in some cases, convincing, but I will leave that for you to judge. On the other hand, Faze have always kept a low profile when asked about their relationship, and hasn't really said anything about what might have caused the breakup of the group, apart from clearing the air about owning the track African Queen, and a very rare rant on X or Twitter where he challenged Blackface over his interview with Pulse TV, where Blackface criticized his lyrics and generally the watery lyrics of Nigerian artists in 2018's interview. And mind you, Blackface still does that till this day. As you must have noticed, not much was said about Faze, as he has always been a calm and collected guy. He has never been caught leaking information about the group's breakup on any occasion when asked in interviews.
No, that's old. We don't talk about it. We're men now. I think everybody has we are still, we're not, I won't say we're kids, we're men. That's why I put it that way, because we've learned from our past, and then obviously you can see that if I have a good relationship with Two-Face, I have a good relationship with Blackface at the same time. So I mean, those days are gone. My man, that's what I'm saying. We talk.
Still want to know.
No, they don't need to know much. It's already done. It's obvious that we are good. That's that simple word. We're good. We're good. That's what I say. We're good.
Ever since the group's breakup, Faze has made public his good relationship with Blackface. He has also released at least 5 albums as an independent artist, which didn't do that bad at all. Released singles and collaborated with many other artists. He has also dabbled into filmmaking. Two-Face ended up being the greatest of the group, as he cemented himself as one of the pioneers of the Afro-beat genre. And his release of so many #1 albums and singles and collaborations across Africa. He became so prominent that most people will still put him amongst their top 10 Nigerian musical artists of all time. The breakup of the group affected him the least. I would even go as far as saying he became more prominent because he went solo. But the same doesn't go for Blackface. Though according to his own standard, he didn't do that badly, but in the eyes of so many Nigerians and music spectators, he disappeared after the breakup, and his name usually resurfaces once in a while for the very wrong reasons. Apart from few tracks like Carry Us and They Pay Me and a couple of others, he was practically invisible to the industry. Funny enough, many have called him the most talented member of the group, as his pen game was A-list, but that never reflected on the charts or in award ceremonies. From my investigation of making this documentary, I can only say not everything is meant to be, because life can always take turns, sometimes for the better and other times for the worse. From starting out as nobody to becoming superstars, then allowing fame to come between the bond. This only teaches us to know when to let go and make good decisions that can only promote you in every ramification and not hold you back.